Alright, so I do not know if this is a music video or not. Um, we're gonna go ahead and give it a watch. This is To My Son by Kivox. Uh, Kivox been, definitely a good dude. Known, these days he is a father. Something tells me this is gonna be hitting a special place. Anyways, um, show him, um, all the love of, give him a follow, give him a like. I'll leave a link to the video down in the description. And let's get to watching.
Mirror shows a stranger, lines I don't recall. Time is moving faster than I thought it would at all. My hands are getting slower, my back won't let me run. Every day I'm older than the day before my son. If I
Yeah, yeah, I call it. So this is more looping a GIF. Um, damn it, man. It's obviously starting off with bringing up how he is getting older. It is getting harder to keep up and be able to do things with his child, with his son. Yeah, it's hard. That's a hard thing. It's like I myself, no, I'm not. I'm a father. Or I've got a nephew, a niece, got another nephew or niece on the way. I have an adopted nephew. I love getting to play and roughhouse with them, but I post 30. And my body doesn't work like it used to. I was not nice to myself in my youth. And it's hard keeping up sometimes. Sometimes they have so much energy to expend, and when you just don't have it, having to tell them, like, hey, I can't anymore. I've got to stop. Uh, no more airplane, no more. I can't do another piggyback ride. I need to rest for a bit. It hurts to do.
don't wake tomorrow, if this breath's my last, I hope I taught you honor. I hope the values last. I hope you feel my love still, even when I'm gone. And remember me as a good man who tried to raise you strong.
Damn it, Kivox. I know I saved this for last today, but goodness gracious, man. That is It is a terrible thing when a child loses a parent before they're grown. It is a terrible, awful thing when it happens. It truly is. The fun part is that is a reality that parents may not, don't want to, but have to face every day. What if today's my last? I don't know if I'm going to wake up tomorrow. I don't know if there's going to be a tomorrow. I don't know if something's going to happen today that means I'm not going to be able to be there for them anymore. Have I taught my child what I need him to? In his case, as a father, has he taught him what being a good man truly means? Not how to pick up girls, not how to be good at sport arts and all this other stuff. No, how do you be a man? How do you be a good man? Because that is the role of a father. It's not. Role of a mother is teaching compassion. It's more teaching compassion, teaching the love and the care. The role of the father is teaching how to be a good man, about how to stand for something, about how to how protect, how to be there, how to know when to be gentle and when to be strong. The problem is you don't know whether you've taught them that or not until they're older. It is a ongoing process throughout their childhood and even into their adult years of learning what a good man, being a good man means. Because parenting doesn't stop at 18 or 17, 18. It doesn't stop then. You're always their parent. You're always there to help teach, to help guide them. And no one's ready to be a parent their first time. It is such a terrifying thing. And it's something that I honestly don't think enough people grasp. That no one is ever ready, or is ever quote unquote ready to be a parent. If you're going to sit there and wait around to have a kid or until you're ready, congratulations. You're never going to have a kid because you're never going to be ready. No one is ever ready. There are so many pips and potholes and twists and turns and extra things you're never going to expect. As helping be around my nieces and nephews and having and to be a parental figure or in their life, I have to try to teach them what their parents aren't. To try to be that figure in their life to teach them right from wrong, to teach them how to be a good person. Not that I will ever claim to be a good person, but I'll be damned if I don't teach them or try to teach them how to be a better person than me.
I see the years behind me fading in the glass. Wonder if I showed you how to bend, not break or crack. Did I hold you steady when the storms came crashing through? I'm scared I'm running out of time to still be there for you. I worry about the more.
And that there's that facing mortality again. Our human mortality, that because there are two things that are sure in this life: death and taxes. When our time comes, death will come for us all. With the line, oh, where was it? Wonder if I showed you how to bend, not break or crack. The It is so hard not to view the world as all gray or just black and white. I and not viewing the world as just black or white is something I personally struggled on with for the longest time. It was either black or it was white. There was nothing in between. And especially as a kid, that is how I viewed things. It was either black or white. Period. End of story. Hey, it was not. Oh well, it's about this time. No, it is specifically this time, not about that time. That is something I had to learn to not be quite that way. To see the gray areas in between, to acknowledge them. Um, and sometimes with certain things, we need to learn to be flexible, to be able to almost like if you ever look at the arm of a bow, it is made to bend, and it's still made of wood, and some out of metal, or some kind of composite material. They're made to be able to bend, but a lot of very hard, rigid things, you start bending them too much, and they'll break or they'll start to crack. And you don't want to do that. There's a certain limit to how much you can bend things. And there are some things that you need to be able to stand and be firm. This is my line in the sand. I will not move from it. And other things that you need to learn to be a little more flexible on. That it is, again, one of those things that it is the parent's job to be able to teach their children that. That's not something you go to school for. That's not something that teachers teach. That's something you teach as a parent. That is, and even as when your kid is that young, it's a constant worry about, are they going, did you teach them well enough? If something should happen to you today, or tomorrow, or next week, did you teach them enough? Did you teach them the things that you should?
Bend, not break or crack. Did I hold you steady when the storms came crashing through? I'm time to still be there for you. I worry about the mornings you'll face without my voice. Did I give you courage, teach you to make the good choice?
Yeah, and it is our nature as humans to take the easy way. Sometimes making the good or the right choice is not the easy decision. Sometimes it is so much easier to to pick the other path. So that way we don't have to go through the thorns and the brambles that can come with making the good choice. As much as it may come back and bite us, at the same time, it's a matter of being able to still get up and look at yourself in the mirror. But that's not something that kids can understand. It's not something that a little kid's going to be able to understand. And when they're little, it's the time to teach them right from wrong, about making those good choices. It's where you start, is in those younger years. Not when they're a teenager. No. You start aren't early about teaching them those right from wrong, about how to be a good person, about how to be kind, how to be decent.
I stumble more than steady. My hair is turning gray. But every night I'm ready to give you one more day. If I don't wake tomorrow, if this breath my last, I hope I taught you honor. I hope the values last. I hope you feel my love still, even when I'm gone, and remember me as a good man who tried to raise you strong. I may not see you taller, I may not see you grown, but in your heart I'll linger in the seeds that I have sown. If I don't wake.
Yeah, and that it's the seeds he's sown are everything he's taught. The seeds you sow are the things that you teach your child, the things you leave behind, the things that you impress upon them, um, as how they should be, how they should live their life. It is so easy to sit there and say one thing and then act another way. It's hypocrisy. That's a do as I say, not as I do mentality. Let's face it, we all hate it when people do that to us. Everyone. And when our kids watch us do it, or when the little kids watch people do things, that's what they pick up on. Those are the behaviors they pick up on. Even and when they're so little, you think that they're not going to pick up on it. Oh no, I promise you, they're picking up on every bit of it. So if you are acting in a way that you do not want them to act, you better correct yourself. If you're fine with the way, if you are acting with the way you are fine with your children acting, be my guest. But I promise you, if you are acting in a way that you do not want your children to act, don't act like that. Don't behave like that. Clean your clean yourself up and be the kind of person that you want your children to be. Fathers, you need to emulate the kind of man you want your kid to grow up to be. Because I promise you, if they get smart, if they start learning these lessons without you, they're not going to come back. They're not going to want to come back. If they come back, it's begrudgingly. Because they're not going to want to be around you. Why? Because you are going to be everything they know that they don't want to be. And they don't want to be around that. Mothers, if you were for your sons, if you were acting in a way, think about the way you act. Think about, because the way you act is going to be the emulation of what your son is going to look for in a partner. If you are acting in a way that you don't want your son to look for in a partner when they're grown up, congratulations. You need to take a good hard look at yourself. Because if you see a problem with your son going out and dating or trying to get married to someone like you who acts the way you do, there's a problem. And I promise you it's not with the child. Because they are learning it from you. Fathers, with your daughter, you need to be emulating the kind of man you want your daughter to look for, or boyfriend. Because that's what they're going to look for. If you are emulating the bad boy mentality, hey, guess what? They're going to go for the bad boys. Kind of boy that you'll warn them against. Guess who they're going to go for. Why? Because they're reminded of you. Right? Or because you're the one who emulated that behavior and taught them the way you and your and your child. Oh, again, I'm going on a tangent here. As parents, that both parents are the ones who emulate what their children are going to look for, what their children are going to see as normal in a relationship. If you are fighting in front of the children, guess what? They're going to think that's normal, that's okay. That is how a couple treats each other. I have seen far too much of it, and I guess what I use as my example of what I don't want to be. Guess why I don't talk to my parents on anything but holidays. Again, I'm not saying this. Please emulate the kind of relationship you want your children to have. Show them what normal should look like in a relationship. Be the kind of person that you want them to look for in a partner. Give them your best, not half-assed, because that's what they're going to remember.
till the end.
Okay. That was something special. Obviously got me very emotional. Oh, I'm a little worked up. 100%. I was like, holy crap. I had a 4 minute song on 27 minutes. Thank you so. If you made it this far, thank you so much. Go ahead and leave me a like. Or don't leave me the like. Right. Leave Kivox a like. Go sub to him. Go listen. And go show support. Alright, to the original art. I'll give Kivox all the love. Y'all have a great night.